This is tonight. Another turn in the UK market turmoil. Finance Minister Kwasi Kwarteng steps down after just weeks on the job. He had unveiled a widely criticised mini budget that pledged unfunded tax cuts, which many blame for causing the current chaos. And this as speculation is mounting of a second U-turn by Prime Minister Liz Truss over the mini budget as she holds a press conference shortly. And this time she could backpedal on the corporation tax cut. The top income tax rate was reinstated after intense criticism. Now, the pound has whipsawed over the last few days on contradictory reports about whether the Bank of England will extend a deadline and the possible U-turn. Now, the BOE's $74 billion emergency bond buying ends today. And for more, let's bring in Ollie Barrett joining us live from London. Now, Ollie, as mentioned, we're hearing of another likely U-turn over the mini budget. Liz Truss is going to be holding a press conference in the next hour. What can we expect?
That's right. The timing of that press conference has been delayed a little bit. We think it'll be in about 40 minutes from now. One of the reasons it's been delayed is because Liz Truss is having to appoint a new chancellor. But when she gets to her feet, she will absolutely confirm that there are U-turns taking place on elements of the former Chancellor Kwasi Kwarteng's so-called mini-budget. One of the U-turns we expect to be made is on corporation tax. The previous administration had been set to see corporation tax rise to 25% next year, but Liz Truss's mini-budget, along with Kwasi Kwarteng, was going to scrap that rise and keep corporation tax down at 19%. And that is one of the areas we expect a U-turn on. It may well be that actually corporation tax is indeed, in the end, going up to 25% next year for the UK. That is going to be embarrassing. It was a key part of the mini budget that was outlined by Kwasi Kwarteng with the full support of Liz Truss. So it is now very embarrassing indeed that she's had to effectively ask her Chancellor to leave his job and row back in a major way from what was a major fiscal statement from this young Liz Truss government. So all sorts of questions will now swirl about the future economic direction of Liz Truss's government. But one of the key reasons behind the U-turns that are coming today is because she is trying to restore some kind of credibility in her economic programme and, crucially, some market stability as well.
Yeah, but also credibility to her leadership, because we're hearing reports of a group of senior conservatives. They're calling on Liz Truss to resign. Tell us more.
There is a lot of plotting going on inside the Conservative Party at the moment. There are various different Conservative MPs and wings of the party discussing ways that they might be able to get rid of Liz Truss and who they might be able to replace her with. One of those plots we know is that some Conservative MPs have been discussing whether they could replace Liz Truss with Rishi Sunak, the former Chancellor, and Penny Mordaunt, one of the leadership contenders, in some kind of joint ticket to unite the party and fight the next election. The difficulty with all of those plots that are going on behind the scenes is that there isn't really a coalescing yet around one of those plots, or indeed around a future leader who could unite the party and be a Conservative Party leader that could fight the next election and stand a strong chance. So that might give Liz Truss some time to try and steady the ship, and that's part of the reason we expect that she will be bringing in Jeremy Hunt as her new Chancellor, her new Finance Minister. He supported Rishi Sunak in the leadership campaign, and certainly the idea will be from Liz Truss to try and restore some stability and authority at the top of the party. That is a very tall order for her indeed, though.
Oh, Ollie, thanks for that. Ollie Barrett live in London.